Hello, welcome to another piano lesson with Richard Yang. Today I'm going to cover Kickback from Chainsaw Man, the opening theme arranged by Animenz. So in the video description below, you'll find a link to my video performance as well as the link to the sheet music so you can follow along. So Kickback, this turns out to be one of the one of the most popular Animenz pieces arrangements in the recent several years, to my surprise, because this is not exactly a difficult piece. However, it is very exciting and fast and octave heavy on the left hand. Personally, I don't know why this made it so high on the list. But anyway, hopefully I can help you through it because it's very popular, so you probably want to learn it. So the beginning, this one, the music says glissando, and Animenz plays glissando, but honestly, I don't know. I can never really. First of all, my Yamaha Animenz, the keys are the plasticky keys. Glissando is not very easy to play because it's really hard to slide on my plastic keys. If you have a true grand piano with like all wood keys, that would be probably easier. So I just use fingers. I have 5 fingers. But you don't want to play this that clearly. You just want to just glide over, right? It's supposed to simulate the starting sound of a chainsaw engine, right? So you want to get that sound effect. Now, besides that, you need to get comfortable with this theme. So this is pretty much throughout the whole piece on your left hand. And now, so the intro is fairly simple. I just play it over. Right, so as you can see, it's fairly simple. You just need to know that this is other than the very beginning, I have no pedal at all. Accent here. Now here, can you play this 4/5? Right. So lean on your pinky, very light on the F on your 4th finger, and then you lean to the right to your pinky. Right. So remember, down up. So down up, and that takes us to section A already. So section A, surprisingly, this can be very confusing because if you listen to my recording, it's a max speed version. I do a few maximum speed versions for Animenz arrangement, including this one and Crying for Rain and a few others. So when you play at maximum speed, this can be very confusing because you have 2 voices. Having 2 voices is not the issue here. It's just that the sequence of left hand and right hand, it can be confusing. And this is one of the really interesting spots because a lot of people would say, hey, practice two hands separately, right? So because left hand, right? It keeps repeating. And right hand, they are very simple on their own. However, when you put them together, it's extremely confusing to follow. So that's why personally I do not recommend that you practice this separately. If you practice them together, then you will save yourself a lot of time when you try to assemble left hand and right hand together, so that you're not confused. So number 1. So it's always staccato, especially the left hand. It's all the same, right? Left and right hand, and so therefore no pedal here. And you'll know that, see, I have an accent here, staccato, and accent, staccato. And I do accent, so play this detached, right? And the staccato here only refers to the bottom two notes, not the A. Okay, can you do that? Right. So when you put them together, it can be very confusing, right? So the way that you can remember this, right, is remember this is play these two detached. Da, 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 da. Right. So there is no real magic here. You just have to get used to keep playing, because playing this it's not exactly difficult, but you just need to keep playing until you get it, right? Right, so now section B. So and this is true throughout the piece. You want to use minimal pedal, but it's not without pedal. You just need to really know strategically where to pedal, right? So here I do the pedal down, up, down, up, down, up, and down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's on pedaling, and that's as far as I'll go to explain that, because it's a little too difficult to explain pedaling on something like this. But if you just follow what I just said through section B, hopefully you can apply the same logic to the rest of the piece, right? So now the touch is also very important in this piece. The left hand should be, I wouldn't say simple, but straightforward, because it's all the same. Now, right hand, see? So those slurs don't intend to play them legato, right? So the slur is really meant to tell you the phrasing. It's not to tell you that to connect them, right? So, but in general, right? So you want to it's really hard to explain this, because it's the touch required for this piece is quite different than all the other Animenz arrangements that I've played to date anyway. So I'll just play through it. You try to listen for the tone and try to adjust it so that you get the tone that you like. And remember this, right? You need to be able to hear that. Right, so the how do you count? Right, so you have a down one, and then now so you have an 8th here, and then right after that 16th rest, and that takes us to section C. So hopefully you can get. It's really hard to explain this. So let's see what you can figure out. I show you the notes. Keep playing until you get it right. Now, section C, you need to plan out the sound that you want. Right? For example, this, make sure they're very staccato. Right? All of this. So the idea is play staccato wherever possible. Right? So. And in order to make it sound effective, wherever all the 8th notes with the accents, make sure that you make it hurt. You make it, give it more time on those. Right? Here. And this is a good example. Even though there is a slur there, but you want to play staccato wherever possible. Right? So let me do that slowly. Oops. Right? So ideally, you can play it with the one hand. I cannot. So meaning, I cannot keep holding the G up there. So, but it's not too bad to let go. Now pedaling, pedal down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, change, up. I do a little pedal here, very quick, and up. So that's the if you can do that, that's you need to really figure out the kind of phrasing that you want, so that for this to sound effective, right? And here, instead of doing the left hand, that's a big jump. So I do the right hand on the D flat. That can save you some treble. So, okay, so section D. So the only thing to note here is, you play 3 notes and then move over. 1, 2, 3, move over. And so that's the only difficult section here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And here, just plan out your fingering. Right? Because it should just right hand is always this, left hand is always that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So and crescendo. Okay. Very important. Last one. Make sure you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 instead of 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pedal down, up. That takes us to section E. So play that slowly. So here, you have to have that continuous run on the right hand. Duh. 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 Alright, so this is extremely critical that you play this correctly. Right, and then now continue. So for this section, right? So this is probably the main chorus, right? The difficult part for me when I learned this is that the fact that you have to use very little pedal, that can add a little difficulty to it because a lot of people, including yourself, I think that instinctively you want to add more pedal to this, but try to just refrain from doing that. So we want pedal down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you get the idea. You want to use as little pedal as possible. And other than that, it's just about getting the right timing between the left and right hand. This can be so cool when you play that correctly. And this is really gotta be the only really difficult part. And just make it sound like a one continuous motion. Instead of doing 1-5, I highly recommend that you do 1-4 and then 1-5. A lot easier, right? And now the phrasing here: staccato, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down. So just keep that in mind. So down, pedal as well. Down, up, down, up. So right here it's the same. Down, change. Down. How do I pedal this? Okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And down, up. No pedal for the rest. Down. Takes us to section F. So section F, same as before. I put down pedal is on the very last note here and change. Section G. Down, pedal, down, up, down. So I really cannot speak more on the pedaling part. I would highly recommend you watch my performance video and just try to read how watch and observe how I pedal and just try to follow, right? So here you just want to make sure you have the right phrasing on the right hand. A lot of staccato and you'll do well. So on the timing of this, I highly recommend that by the time you know the notes really well, try to play up to speed and listen, right? And try to listen to the beats so that you can do, I would say, a half note at a time. And try to listen for how you should land this. And section H, same as before. Extra 16 notes to start. Now, so when you play it slowly, it might not make a lot of sense. Right? So scale is the easy part. It's the matching between the left hand and right hand. That takes some practice, but just play that slowly. Section I. So I'm not gonna talk about the first two lines. I'm gonna just talk about the third line. Fingering. Watch carefully. Remember, finger number 2 here. Right. So practice that. That's how you account for all the notes without doing any strange fingering change. So now here, there's a tremolo here, so you want to keep your pivot point right about here and to rotate. So you want to be able to capture these 3 notes in 3 notes, 1. So rotate your wrist while locking in your fingers 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And here coming down. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And of course, on the Animenz video, you just strike it down. I don't want to damage my piano, so I just do that. Now, so following that, fingering first. So triplet. Hopefully that the counting makes sense. You just need to keep clapping. slightly different in section E, right? So back in section E we have this. Now here the rhythm is slightly changed, right? So where did it change here? So this is you need to count the right hand is a dotted after the 8th rest you have a dotted chord, right? So it almost seems like after you play this, you have to wait and then. So this is the change between section K and section E. So recognize that. So play that slowly. So this is the same as before. In theory, it's fairly straightforward. You just keep going up on the scale and ends here. Right? Play it slower. It might take some practicing to get used to. So now remember, so if you look at the right hand, remember when you play the main beats, there's a note in between. But whenever you come down to the F neutral, or G now, it's just a simple octave, right? So not octave, octave, chord, octave, chord, octave, chord, octave, chord, and octave. So only the G sharp comes in the form of the octave plus your C sharp. Everything else is just octave. So it's just a minor note there. So this you just have to practice slowly. And this you definitely have to refer to my video for performance on how to pedal this portion, because honestly I don't know how to explain this portion, because I changed pedal so much that it's really hard to talk through. I think the bottom line is that you need to change the pedal a lot so that you don't get any like weird chord hanging around when you play the next beat, right? Now section L. So section L, if you look at this, there's a slur. It doesn't mean that you need to play legato. The way that Animenz plays it is that, like I do a hybrid, because when you play that fast, it's really difficult to just keep doing a staccato all the time. So as long as you can keep the notes clean, you should be okay. So. It's different now, because before you have just a clean 16th going up. Now you have a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next. So it feels very similar to what you have before. Before you have this, right? You have an eighth before this, And this time, because you are waiting so instead of an eighth, you are now waiting for a quarter note in front. So you have extra notes to make up for it. So just slow practice, I guess. So the end here, play that slower. And instead of a glissando, I just do a fingering from D flat this time. Yeah, so bottom line, I think this is probably one of the most difficult piece to walk through in terms of a piano lesson, because this goes by so fast, and a lot of the details are in the touch that it's a little difficult to talk through, in a short video like this. This is something that I would have to teach in person for someone to really understand. But for the sake of the YouTube video, here is what I can present to you. So hopefully you enjoyed it. So until next time, goodbye.